Celebrities often say things that are, well, just plain wrong. Today we're going to take a look at some comments made by Jim Carrey about Canada's healthcare system.
I grew up in Canada, okay? We have socialized medicine. And I'm here to tell you that this bull line that you get on all of the political shows from people is that it's a failure. The system is a failure in Canada. It is not a failure in Canada. I never waited for anything in my life. I chose my own doctors. My mother never paid for a prescription. It was fantastic.
It's great that Jim Carrey had a good experience with Canada's healthcare system, but keep in mind, he moved to the United States almost 40 years ago. Jim no longer lives in Canada, so he may not realize it, but waiting lists have been a huge problem for decades. Research by the Progressive Commonwealth Fund shows that of 11 developed countries, Canada had the longest wait times for patients to see a specialist and to receive surgery.
I already waited 7 years. Can you imagine? 2 more just to see the specialist?
9, 18 months, 2 years. I've heard worse stories than that even.
When they told me I would have to wait 2 to 3 years to get into the public system for sinus surgery, I was utterly demoralized.
Sadly, some Canadians even die while waiting for healthcare. For example, in the province of Quebec, 72-year-old Michel Houle required heart surgery within 2 to 3 months. He lasted 5 months on a waiting list before passing away. A couple months after his death, the government called to schedule surgery. In Ontario, 18-year-old patient Laura Hillier died after being forced to wait 7 months for surgery. Data from the Ontario government shows that many patients are even passing away before receiving the MRI scan or CT scan, and this is a growing problem. For example, in 2015, 944 patients died before receiving their CT scans. By 2019, there were 3,924 patients who died while waiting for the scan. To be clear, some people have had positive experiences with the healthcare system in Canada. No one would deny that, but on a whole, Canada's healthcare system is facing a crisis when it comes to waiting lists and services provided. And this was true even before the pandemic. To learn more about healthcare reform, pay attention to the data, not what celebrities say.